presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Mike in Southern California. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, nice to talk to you again. And I have to start out and first tell you, I love this trading room. This thing is great. This app, it works great. And getting all the information, you're like instantly there. No delay, nothing. That's
I know.
great.
I appreciate you growling problem with us.
Your channel is in my pocket all day long. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Ben.
again.
Thank you.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, the last Friday that we have going on until we hit that holiday weekend. And right now, we have the S&Ps climbing higher on triple witching, folks. You jump over the S&Ps right now, and we have the market. S&Ps up by 58 points, as I mentioned at the top of the hour market update there. Very tight trading range. Seems like everyone's on Christmas break since about noon. That's it. I mean, look at these bars. You're talking about 5 points, okay, from about 68.86, 68.85 to 68.92, as we have just pinned this market right now to 68.88. And on a daily basis, you accelerate higher on the open, and we're right back up to this 1-to-1 line, which that line, folks, is all the way from the A to B, C to D that takes you on a longer-term basis. And that's right where we are back up to. Check that out. That's where we pinned 68.90 right now. S&P's up by 0.8%. Growth stocks, NASDAQ 100 plowing higher, up by 1.25%, up 312 points, 25,574. The Dow up by 0.4%, up 201 points, 48,520. And the Russell up by 0.5%, up 13 points at 2542. Bitcoin, a little volatility. We're up by $2,800, up 3.4% at 87,710. We talked about yields, a little bit of lower price, higher yield. Now, we've talked about the data in terms of the CPI. Okay, we get the CPI data point, and even the New York Fed president's acknowledging, yeah, this is a little distorted. Okay, it isn't exactly a true recognition of the numbers because we missed some of the numbers. And two factors here. Number one, you have the sales going on. Okay, now normally they account for that data, but you can't account for that data when they're only taking the prices during the sales month. They were not taking those prices in the beginning of the November. They came back and took those prices later in November. We got a CPI print of 2.7, and John Williams, his words, there are some special factors or practical factors that really are related to the fact that they weren't able to collect data in October and not the first half of November. Because of that, I think the data were distorted in some of the categories. That pushed down the CPI reading probably by 1/10 or so. It's hard to know. We'll get some when we'll get the December data. I think we'll better get a better reading of how much that distortion, how big of effect it was. But I do think that it pushed down a bit by these technical factors. I take a moment to, we talked about it here. They were talking about it as well. A downward bias because it was collected mainly in the second half of November, when Black Friday, week or two, it seems like now is the case. Because the October CPI was canceled, Thursday's report, now this is just a quote, okay? Several of the standard data points typically included in the CPI report were lacked. The Bureau said it could not go back and collect October survey data, though it relied on non-survey data sources to construct the index. Economists believe some inputs to the owner's equivalent rent calculation for the canceled October month were estimated by the BLS to have zero inflation, distorting the calculation downward. I hope these numbers that we're not playing this game of seeing and that it's a one-off, because the last thing we want is to worry that the estimates being made are to distort the numbers, and this is a one-off. It is, because they couldn't collect that data. But this is going to carry through for some months. So you're going to see these CPI prints. And guess what? We got yields going higher today as the market says, hey, wait a second. Okay, that CPI print was not what it was. You even got the New York Fed president saying that as well. But guess what? That ain't stopping growth stocks today. Oracle on TikTok News up by 7.5%. Now, I was talking about this morning, so check this out on Oracle. Okay, where is Oracle back to? The beginning of 2024 on a monthly. You take a look at this thing on a weekly. Okay, and there's a couple bars that stick out when you're talking about where it just went to, which is 175 about. All right, you have a low of 177 on the bar Oracle today. You're trading higher on the TikTok News. This thing's been under pressure dramatically. And you're back down to the earnings from 2 seasons ago, almost 3 now, right, from June. The low from that bar is 173. That also correlates to this full expansion of the bar. We got volume in January, but really you go back here. Okay, and that is the area, the high of that bar. You get into this bar back here in September 2024, then yeah, maybe you're going to the bottom of that bar, which is 140. But the high of that bar is 173.94. That's where we got a nice pop from that area. Okay, it's the low of this big volume bar. You're right in the middle of this one from January. These are weeklies, and you're right back here to this area of September. All of those are decent strength in Oracle. Now, it's been quite a pullback, and you better get ready for a roller coaster if you're in this equity. It's turning into the ultimate AI growth play. Today, you're up by 7.5. The big dog, NVIDIA. Yeah, how about it, man? Today alone, almost $170 billion in market cap added. From where we were just on Wednesday, $250 billion of market cap added to the owners of this equity. Now, there are many of them. There's 25 billion shares outstanding. But yeah, quite a move for quite an equity, up by 4% today. Micron, how about it? It's not stopping, man. Look at this equity, man. Check out that weekly. My goodness, right? You trade lower into earnings. A big day yesterday. You give back some of it. You're exploding higher yet again today. And you're going to do it with volume, man. You're going to take out everything with volume on Micron. Look at that. 191 million shares right now. Hoo-wee. Now look at this from the April lows. All right, there's your 1 to 2.618 expansion, 283. I mean, you got a bunch going on here because this could be an A to B, C to D. So number one, you have this one right here. Now look how you accelerate past the B point. Okay. Don't quite take it out with volume on a weekly, but you had some decent volume on this acceleration as you push past it. But check this one out. Because you almost got another one going right now. It's like a 1 week pullback. But you're going to take it out with volume. Oh my goodness, 352, like another $100. Let's see what kind of a pullback that actually was. Yeah, look at that. Pretty close to the 382. Look at that. Look how you're breaking above it. Now, that was the volume yesterday, but that was a trade higher. Okay, you trade higher volume. We're not going to get above it today, but look at this weekly volume, man. Micron's taking it out with volume to the upside. Whew. I mean, hey, that's breaking a B point with volume, and you got this massive B point, but guess what? It's breaking it. Micron up 7.6%. Stay tuned, folks. We'll come right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We have the S&Ps right now up by 56 points. We take a look at the volume in the S&Ps now on a weekly basis. All right, we've just been chopping at these levels, which is remarkable. You're pushing 2 months now. 2 months that we've been pushing. You have a high of 69.53. You trade lower on this market, okay? When we're talking about volume, now we get a red bar here, but really that's going to be a positive week right now on the S&Ps. We're trading higher. So this is a positive week on some volume here. You did trade lower. November 17th, 11.6 million contracts on the S&P futures. That's your Thanksgiving week. November 24th, 4.9. But we're getting a bid today on some volume. Let's check around the heat map. Yeah. These are the stocks that you want going higher if you want this market going higher. It's been carrying it. NVIDIA, AMD up by 6.7. Broadcom up by 2.2. Intel up by 3.2. Look at these numbers. Lam up by 5%. Clack up by 3. Apple and Microsoft not participating today. Basically flat. Slightly in the red for the two of them. Tesla off by 0.25%. Let's take a look at Tesla. Record week for Tesla. Let's see. So that's a volume spike on a weekly basis, and we'll get some more. You're at 491 million so far. Yeah, look how you're breaking above this high of 471. Hey, that was November 3rd. You traded lower. You hit a high 471. You're breaking that high. But you do have this high out here. 645 million. You can't get it with volume right now. Okay, on a weekly, you're breaking it on. Are we even breaking it? Look at this. 688's the high. We're at 682. Excuse me, 488 is the high. We're at 482. Yeah, so not quite. We take a look at the monthly. Yeah, look at this. Not even close. So the weekly's going to break above it on lighter volume. Well, we're not even breaking above it yet. You're $6 shy. Well, look at this. I mean, it's only December 19th, but the next 2 weeks, we're breaking them up big time. Tesla's going to have very light volume on a monthly. Check out the banks as they're trading a little higher today with the market. JP Morgan up by 1.4%. Pretty light volume day. especially for options expiration Friday. Bank of America, quite a day yesterday. You're trading higher on lighter volume dramatically. Bank of America. Look at the volume about it. I mean, have you done all your Christmas shopping out there? I wouldn't blame you if you cut out early and get it done. I don't think I'm the only one. This market's just trailing off, man. I don't think you're going to get any big moves. And hey, sometimes when you get less volume in the market, you can get more volatility. Well, we got 6 days until Christmas. Yeah, look at this VIX. Says it all. We might get a 14 handle by the end of the day. Crude up 50 pennies today. Trade to a low of 54.98 on Tuesday. You got an oil embargo on Venezuela going on right now, or blockade. And crude cannot find a bid, folks. Whew. That was a nice sign of strength on Wednesday, though. It sure was. Look at that volume. 318,000 contracts. That's the most going back to basically the last month, middle of November. Hey, until you get out of this channel line, crude's facing lower prices. Not metals. It seems like every day new highs. Gold new high yesterday, and silver the big dog, man. Look at this run on silver. My goodness. Just sustained volume. That is remarkable strength. They got healthcare stocks in focus. Gilead's up 2.4%. 9 drug makers strike a deal with the president. More coming next year to lower drug prices for some Americans in exchange for a 3-year reprieve from threatened tariffs on the products. 14 of the 17 drug makers targeted by Trump this summer have agreed to lower the prices for the Medicaid program for low-income and disabled people. And the 3 companies that have not announced deals yet are AbbVie, Johnson & Johnson, and Regeneron. Let's check out some of the airlines. Pretty remarkable. Crude prices where they're at. Quite the rebound, doubling in price. Looking at Delta right now, up another full percentage point. That's your weekly. I'd be encouraging to see a little bit more volume. Let's check out the daily. Yeah. Take a look at the monthly. Yeah, not exactly resounding, but this is a decent month. Let's see what we're going to do. January's the high. You did 175 million on Delta. We've already done 125. Now it's going to be a light couple weeks, but we've done 125 in about half a month. 2/3 of a month. So pretty much in line, but you're coming up and breaking those highs, potentially with volume for Delta. Jump over United. On a monthly basis, pretty close. We'll take a look at the weekly. Oof, so look at this. The high out here at 116 for United. We're trading at 113.50. That was an earnings week. You gave up the highs. You did it with volume, about 47.8 million. That would be a tough one to get above. I mean, this week alone, we've only done 22 million right now. Look, you go back to that high from September 8th, that was 30 million. We've only done 22 million. So you're breaking higher on lighter volume in United. Just check out JetBlue, the dog. Jeez, look at how you get the volume to the downside on their earnings. We've traded higher on lighter volume. Yeah, be careful at JetBlue. This chart, does it get any uglier? You know, I flew home in JetBlue last month, beginning of last month. Great experience. Thankfully, I'm not a shareholder, because being a shareholder, probably not a great experience right now. JetBlue up by 1.6% today. Stay tuned, folks. We'll come right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tom O'Brien Show is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back, folks. And yeah, we don't got any action right now. I'm not sure that's proper English. We don't got any action, but this market, we got action. We're up by 60 points right now, but we are trailing into the closing barrel. Very little volatility, and the VIX don't lie, as we are trading lower on the VIX, down by 11%, 1505 in that volatility index. You jump over to the dollar yen. So the Bank of Japan raised rates. And why should you care? Well, here's why you should care from the journal. Okay, and the reason why is because astute investors have been borrowing yen to put that in use with assets that earn more than the yen is charging. And that is going to unwind. And we've seen when that has unwinded before and how it can make you sell equities and what has happened. And as they put it at the top here, 1995, OJ was acquitted of murder. Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise topped the charts. The first Toy Story movie. We still watch that in that house. Imagine this. 30 years ago, that first Toy Story movie was made. We still like that movie in this house. Good old Buzz movie. Buzz. Also, the last time the Bank of Japan's benchmark interest rate was as high as 0.75%. Okay, now here's our interest rates. Here's the Fed, where they were. The central bank policy rates. Here's Japan. They're at the beginning. Now, the market was actually disappointed today in terms of the clarity of when the next hike would come, which is why you have dramatic weakening in the dollar yen. Okay? A higher number means a weaker yen. This is $1 equals how many yen? Well, if I have a strong dollar, I'm going to get more yen, right? If your yen is weak, you're going to have to pay me more of your weak currency for $1 US. And that's what's happening. You know, if anybody wants $1 US, they're going to have to pay 157 yen today. And yesterday, they were only going to have to pay me 156 yen because the yen ain't worth what it was yesterday. So the yen is weakening even as, think about this, right? Even as they're hiking, they're not hiking fast enough. Okay, so this is going to accelerate at some point. The market is demanding more. Raising rates in Japan, which would tend to lead to a strengthening currency, make that so-called carry trade less attractive. In extreme cases, investors might be forced to sell stocks, bonds, other assets to repay their yen-denominated loans, destabilizing markets and driving down prices. It happened briefly in 2008-9, but I remember the summer of 2024. Do you remember coming in? I think it was Monday morning, right? You come in, and what happened Monday morning? Equities are almost down, market down. It was 5 to 7%. The indices were down, and nobody even knew why. Yeah, and it had to do with the yen on the carry trade. Most economists expected to proceed cautiously with any further rate increases, and that's the reason why you see the reaction today. A longer-term concern is around the behavior of Japanese investors when their home central bank is gently raising rates. Yeah. Years of ultra-low interest rates encourage Japanese pension funds, insurers. I mean, why would you be in at zero? Okay, yeah, maybe you don't lose any capital, but you could have taken your money and put it anywhere else. Yeah, U.S. treasuries, U.S. stocks, right? Whatever you want. If you actually lived in Japan, imagine you're making those decisions, right? Would you put it in Japan earning 0% or put it in a U.S. treasury? Now, you have currency risk, of course. Since raising rates in Japan make Japanese assets relatively more attractive to domestic savers than foreign assets, they might be tempted to sell their overseas holdings. Now, it's not just the carry trade they're saying. This is the same way it carries through, but yeah, it takes that whole country. In the year through November, Japanese investors bought a net $102 billion of overseas securities, such as stocks and bonds, versus $4.4 billion purchased in 2024. They're worried about a weekend, too. And that's the problem, right? On a global basis, you're getting paid 0% in a weak currency. As that currency weakens, you're getting paid nothing. Whew. Gold, 43.74. And silver to all-time highs. Yeah, how about platinum, man? Look at this volume that's come in. Check out the weekly. It's amazing. You're doing 240,000 contracts. The biggest volume day on this is, week was back in June, but that's one of the highest volume weeks of the year. Yeah, second highest volume week of the year as it explodes higher past the 1-to-1. Platinum up $60, and hey, maybe you make them. Next stop is 2,300. That's the highs of 2008. We had a lot of movies we're talking about today, right? We're talking about Wayne's World today. Came out in 1992. And we got Toy Story. November 22nd, 1995. Thanks, EKS. 90s had some great movies. I think I'm biased because I'm getting to be an older man. But the 90s had some great movies, man. All right, let's check out some of the home builders. Tough week for the home builders. Lennar comes out with their numbers. They disappoint in grand fashion. It's not stopping. Look at this, man. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe you're backing down to test this area. You know, you get a nice sign of strength November 17th. You come back down, you test this area. Let's put it this way. I like Lennar a lot better at this price right now than I did up here. You broke away, and that break was not real, man. You can see it, that sell-off. Okay, that's Lennar. DR Horton, down by 3.4% today. Man, these home builders. You're just trading at 184. Trading at 146. That's going to be close on the volume. We got some big volume this week on DR Horton. Let's put on a daily. Yeah. I mean, if I'm looking to get in this thing, I'm looking for these lows. Come back, test that low, 138. Maybe a little bit lower to go. Yeah, KB the driver today. Their numbers disappoint. Down by 8.6%. You come back, test this low from June, $51. We got to do one more test in these home builders, I think. S&P's up by 55. We got Friday trading coming into the holiday. Stay tuned, folks. Coming right back. If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors. For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We got the S&P right now up by 55 points, and we jump over to the president's nuclear company that we are going to talk about. The $6 billion merger of Trump's money-losing social media empire with a nuclear fusion startup will pump as much as $300 million into that aspiring power producer. Now, that's great, as long as somehow the president doesn't use the government to side with this business versus maybe the free market, which might have a better chance of succeeding at fusion, therefore allowing market forces to dictate winners and losers. Okay. Court records indicate this company could use the money. Now, struggling companies, folks, okay, maybe that's why they've made this deal, right? They've made a deal because they need money, okay? But this company, TAE Technologies, poised to become the world's first publicly traded fusion venture when it combines with Trump Media, has been accused of not paying suppliers and vendors on several occasions. 9 of them over the past 16 months had outstanding invoices. The total is more than $325,000. Well, they're going to get $300 million. So hopefully they pay off the vendors if they're real. Some as little as $7,000 filed recently as last month. At least 4 of the cases have been dismissed. Several more remaining in litigation. This company has raised $1.3 billion. Yeah. Including $150 million with Google and Chevron. 2-decade track record working with nuclear fusion. And Trump Media is trading up by 40% yesterday. We'll check in on it. His shares are held in a trust overseen by Donald Trump Jr. And Trump Media and TAE would hold about 50% of the combined firm. And the real risk there is, folks, okay, is energy is the future. You know, you want decisions made that don't benefit one company over the other because you want the best company succeeding. And hopefully that's the case. All right, we got markets testing where we were at about 150 this afternoon. Up by 1.2 in the NASDAQ. We take a look. NVIDIA up by 3.6. Let's check out the Dow on the heat map. Yeah, not so much the case, right? I mean, what's driving this market higher? Well, when you have a $4.4 trillion company up by almost 4% in its market weight, you better believe that's going to carry some weight, man. I mean, what's remarkable is, right, so NVIDIA is up right now. It's at $6 and change, $6. So a nice even $150 billion today alone. That's 3 times the size of NXP. That's the size of Texas Instruments. $160 billion. That's what NVIDIA is up today alone. They've added an entire Texas Instruments today alone. Take a little square, put it in there. That's what NVIDIA added today. Look at AMAT's only $200 billion. Intel, $178 billion. So, yeah. And it doesn't have the same juice in the Dow where you're only trading at $180. Goldman, though, that'll do it in the Dow, up by 2.2%, $900 equity. On the flip side of that, Nike. Yeah, check it out on Nike. We didn't talk about Nike yet. Whew. Look at this thing. Man, oh man. Hey, maybe you come back and you test this channel. This is where we're bouncing around. Yeah, so I put this channel on here somewhere around March. You come down, you test it. You know, it's an art, not a science. You could definitely make the case. I don't know. It's pretty close. Look at this. Now, again, you're matching up, you know, where does this fall, right? And you could always make the case that maybe you're just in a downtrend channel. Maybe it's a little bit lower, the linear regression. But, boy, you're going to get some volume, man. Look at this volume on Nike. You're ripping lower this week on 170 million shares. We have a low out here from June of 59.44, so you're going to be below that low. Boy, it looks like you're making a run for the April lows, somewhere around 55 bucks. You pull over the details of Nike, and yeah, it looks like China's not paying all those tariffs. Expects revenue to decline low single-digit percentage this quarter. It thinks China's performance will be similar to last quarter when footwear sales slid 21%. And they have a lot of competition. You know, there's many great, you guys girls talk about it in the Tigers Den all the time. There's some great shoes out there. You know, I like Brooks as well. What is it? Hoka, right? Has some shoes out there. I'm missing one of the big ones that's out there that's always making press that just went public, right? But there's a lot of competition for these brands like they haven't faced before. When you think about how companies like Brooks, Hoka just come from nowhere to take on these companies, and now they have the social media clout behind them and the following. Poof. I mean, look at how it's like the head, and maybe we have a base for a shoulder somewhere around here. Because this is the base. That's where we hit. You hit as high as $68 in 2015. And then it took you a few years to get above there, and we came all the way back down there in COVID. And we're actually below where you were in COVID. Oh, man. Flip side of that, we talk some retail. TJX on a weekly, we pull back. Maybe getting a little bit extended. Kohl shares, pop higher on their earnings. That's your weekly. Yeah, just chopping around. Kohl's has the meme volatility back here. That was meme volatility in July. Still not quite sure where Kohl's falls on the pecking order of when I go in there. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm paying premium prices, and I feel like I'm in a place where I should be paying discount retailer Marshall's prices. And that's not what I'm paying. I'm paying high-end Nike prices. I'll pay that when I'm in Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm not going to pay that when I'm in Kohl's. And that is one man's take. But Dick's up by 0.8% today. That's quite a pullback for Dick's Sporting Goods. All right, folks, stay tuned. One more segment. Friday trading, triple witching, markets in the green. We're coming right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. And that company I was thinking of was On. And I don't own any of these shoes, but I've looked at them. They look pretty cool. And that's bringing me to the investor page. But yes, this is the symbol, and it's just On. And you know what's remarkable is when I looked up, okay, athletic shoes, what's amazing is Google athletic shoes, folks. Okay, Nike does not come up. No, Nike does not come up. Okay, you Google athletic shoes. Now, who knows what I've been visiting for shoes, okay, but On is the first one that comes up. Brooks, Hoka, Dick's. Now, Dick's is selling plenty of Nikes, okay? And then we got Dick's, we got Nike in there, but those are the brands that are popping up, and those were the three I was thinking of. Not the only one, okay? On, Brooks, and Hoka. And they're really eating into that, and that's that equity right there. And look at this. You got a nice sign of strength on this one on their earnings. I think that's when I remember that I just heard their earnings. You pull it back on a daily. Yeah, it was a big number. November 12th. So put that one on your radar as Nike struggles. All right. Don't forget, folks, we got the TFNN Holiday Tiger Dollar Sale running through this weekend through Monday. You can get up to a 40% bonus. You get a Tiger mug sent to you in the mail as well. If you've never purchased Tiger Dollars before, folks, you could just Once you purchase them, you apply them to your account. They're used automatically. There's 3 prices. You spend $500, you get $600 Tiger dollars, $100 Tiger dollar bonus. You spend $1,000, you get $1,300, a $300 bonus. You spend $1,500, you get $2,100. They're good for any newsletter, any service. They never expire, folks. You can gift them to friends and family if you'd like. And they add automatic savings. For you monthly subscribers out there, very easy way to add savings. They're used automatically. And if you're thinking about signing up, whether it's Larry Live Trading, the Gold Report, Mastering Probability, the Opening Call, any of the great webinars we have coming up, you can use those as well. Folks, thanks so much for spending your Friday right here with me. Markets, we're finishing right near highs. S&Ps. We're about 1% away from highs. Up 53 points. Silver makes an all-time high today. Gold makes an all-time high yesterday. Folks, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Listen, be safe out there in the holiday season. No drinking and driving.